I'm Lily at Circus Brighton, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to do the corkscrew. Now the corkscrew is a really nice move because you can actually flow and move with it, and it's on a different plane to the moves that we normally do. We are normally either in front of us, behind of us, we're in quite a straight plane. This is on more of a horizontal plane. So as you can see, the poi are actually doing their circles above your head and below you. So you sometimes need to kind of duck your body out the way just a little bit, or you can keep your poise a little bit shorter. It's entirely up to you. I do a little bit of both. So I keep my poi quite short for this move, but also I might try and move my body and flow with the actual move, so it's all connected. Now this move is a chasing corkscrew, so the poi are actually going in the same direction, and it's sort of quite similar to the head weave, which we'll be doing as well, which is on a vertical plane, which is in front and behind of your head. And as you can see, they are chasing each other, and with the corkscrew move they are also chasing each other, so one then the other, so they're in split time. And you've got one poi moves and then the other one follows, and it's not in alternate time, so that would be one up, one down at the same time. They are chasing each other, so it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 with this move. And it's a really nice one because you can actually move with it. So you can move your body, you can move around in a circle, you can move all over the place with it. So it's a really nice move to put into your routines, put into your flow, and just get a really nice smooth movement going. The way to get started with this, as with all poi moves, is one hand at a time. So I normally use my bad hand first, which is my left hand, to learn any move, because then for some reason the other hand just picks it up straight away almost. So we are going to do circles. Now the way I go is I go anti-clockwise or counterclockwise if you're American. I go anti-clockwise circles. So the circles are, it's almost like stirring a pot in front of you. You're stirring the pot. The other hand will go the same way, so just double check that that is actually happening. So I'm stirring my pot with my left hand right now, and it is going in an anti-clockwise or a counterclockwise way. Then what I'm going to do is, as the poi comes round the back, it's going to do almost a helter-skelter, and it's going to do that figure 8 and come up above my head. So I'm stirring the pot, and then it's going to come round the back, up, over my head, and then we're going to just keep it spinning above our head to start with. So we're stirring our pot. As it's coming round the back, it's going to come up and over our head. And then you just need to practice spinning the poi above your head. Now keep an eye on it, because if it starts to go in front or behind, that's not going to work for this move. You need to make sure it is straight above your head on that flat horizontal plane, which is when doing moves in front of a mirror or doing them in front of a camera is really beneficial, so you can see whether or not you're getting those lines correct. Or even doing it in front of a window that's quite dark. That's what I used to do when I was learning, because you can almost see your reflection. So we are stirring our pot. Stir, stir, stir. As it comes up, we are bringing it over our head, and just for now we're just going to keep it above our head. When we actually get the move down, you are just going to be doing one rotation, one rotation, one rotation, one rotation. It's going to look like it changes direction as you bring it up over your head. You are going to be, if you're like me, you can do it the other direction as well. It doesn't make any difference. My preferred way is anti-clockwise down below. Then as it comes up above my head, it turns into clockwise, because obviously you're getting the other half of the figure 8 as it comes back down. So I've got counterclockwise, anti-clockwise. As it comes up, it's turning. As I'm looking above my head, it looks like it is turning in clockwise. And then as it comes round to the same side that it was when it was down below, about to come up, comes down to my right side, it's going to come down and then back into another circle down below. So now we're going to try the other hand. Make sure you've got the right direction. So it's anti-clockwise or counterclockwise for me down below. Then as I bring it up, it's going to come up the same side above my head. Then as it comes around to the same side, the right hand side, it's going to come back down. You're going to be able to watch the flow of the poi. I'm probably over confusing it with lots of words, so you will actually be able to feel and see this move a lot easier than it is to describe it. But it's as it collects up to 12 o'clock. At 12 o'clock, it's going to come up above your head. Then in clockwise, as it comes down to 6 o'clock, it's going to bring it back down. And that's the other hand. Now we're going to put them together, which is a fun bit. Now the tricky bit with this is normally trying to keep the timing right, because you don't want to have one hand above and one hand below at the same time. You want them to be chasing each other, so just one ahead of the other. So if you want to keep time, if you keep time with these things, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's how I keep time anyway in my head. We are going to start with one poi, and then the other is going to follow it. So I'm going to start with my right. It's going to start a circle, and then my left is going to come in. I'm going to go straight above my head. I'm doing it super slow. So you can see the poi are not actually flattening out because I'm going so slow. They're just dipping down. As you go a bit faster, obviously they start to flatten out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now obviously you can't keep it going down below as we were with each individual one when you've got 2 in, because if you were to try and keep going with 2, you'd have to completely separate out your hands. So when you do actually use both hands at the same time, you will need to go straight into the whole move. You will either be coming straight up and over your head and back down, or you will be coming down and then straight up and over your head. You can't do a full circle either side without doing the middle section when you're first coming in. So you will either be coming straight up or you will be coming straight down. So when you bring in the second poi, you'll need to be able to go straight into the move. You won't be able to keep it going down below and above your head. So you will bring in, I always lead with my right because I'm right-handed. So I would start with my right, follow with the left, and then it goes up over my head, back down, around my head. You can see as I'm doing this really slowly, the poi are more like droplets. Whereas as you start to speed up, once you get the hang of it, it does go all the way over my head. You will be able to flatten the poi more, and they will swing outwards. And they will be doing the 2 circles. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep it slow to start with, and you're able to just swing your poi below and around your head. And then as you get a bit more comfortable with the move, you can start to speed it up just a little bit. If you want to keep your hands a bit closer together, it makes it slightly different but a really nice tidy move. So you can either just keep it a nice relaxed movement, which is nice if you're flowing around and moving, or if you want to, you can tighten it up and keep your hands really close together and actually tighten up the move. So it's up to you how you want to take this move into your own flow. And what they are basically doing is they are just chasing each other, one and then the other. You can go in either direction. You can go in anti-clockwise, clockwise, or they can go back the other way. So whichever way feels more comfortable for you is the way you want to start learning this. And let me know in the comment section below how you've got on, what worked, what didn't, if you're having any trouble at all, and I will try and help you out. Also, let us know if there are any moves that you really, really want to learn, and I can stick that on our list for you. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye-bye.